Hey guys, so I am back. As you can see that I just got all fresh, and so did this pretty one right here. Say hi, Jenny. Today I wanted to do a video. I wanted to dedicate this entire video to Jeffrey and I's story, because I think people will hear him in the videos and they just don't know how to connect us, what are we, who are we, you know, our relationship. So the rest of this vlog, because I don't think we're doing anything really exciting today, is dedicated to our story. So to kickstart things, let's start with how we met. Yeah, okay, so beginning of our story starts in about 2000 and when was CJ born? 2010? Yeah, 2010. I just gotten pregnant with my son. I was gonna be 20 soon, and I was with his dad still. And yeah, people gonna roast me, but I got with my baby daddy's ex-friend. Okay, fine, you guys can roast me. Jesus has forgiven me, so I have no, like, if people want to comment in the bottom and say, oh, me nasty stuff, then that's fine, but just listen to the story, okay? Okay, so I was with his father, and Jeffrey and I, we would see each other when we went out. He was always really nice to me. We never ever was like attracted to each other then. I was his boy's girl. He was my boy's boy. So we always just vibed, and it was always a good time. Now, let's forward like 3-4 years after CJ was born. Sorry about that. 3-4 years after CJ was born, I was in and out of the relationship with his father. Jeffrey was just always so nice, and he just like invited me out, you know, to go chill. And we chilled a couple of times, and we happened to find out, we realized that we had a lot in common. We were alike, but we weren't alike. We loved music. We were so passionate about music. And we started to smoke. I started to smoke before him, but he is the one that really got me into smoking, really, to tell you the truth. And so we just hung out with each other. It was a good time. Like, I can seriously say that Jeffrey is my bestest friend. Serious to say that. We have our tussles and whatever, but there is nobody to me like Jeffrey, apart from Jesus. There's Jesus, and then there's Jeffrey. Basically, we were hanging out together, and one thing led to another, and he ended up kissing me, right? Didn't like the kiss. I was like, kind of upset, weirded out. You just kissed me, and your friend, so-called friend, is the father of my son. So I was weirded out a bit. And then we still hung out because we were really close. Like we just could not stop hanging out with each other. We realized that there was something between us that we couldn't help, you know. And in all honesty, I was not in a healthy relationship. I wasn't in a happy relationship either. I didn't even call it a relationship. I was like, oh, this guy's just with me because I have his son. Like, I never felt loved or anything like that. Not dissing him, he's a good daddy, but that's how I felt in the relationship. And so Jeffrey and I started messing around. We became best friends who just slept together.
I'm done with the relationship thing. I'm emotionally unavailable.
I'm emotionally damaged.
Then we were doing that for about 3 years. And I started to say, you know what, dang, I've been sleeping with this guy for a really long time. I need a commitment now. So I started to badger him, you know, about being with me, staying with me, you know, let's hold each other down. You know you can't stay away from me. And it was true. He couldn't stay away from me. We couldn't stay away from each other. If we'd argue, we'd make up back, or he'd have to message me, I'd have to message him. We just could not stay away from each other. And so I just said, you know what, let's be with each other. And so after that, we were kind of hiding it for a while. And then he said, you know what, I want to move in with you. Now this is where the story gets really sticky. We moved in together. I was the only one working, no money. I would go to work $300 every 2 weeks, and it would be finished before I even got home. I got super depressed. We'd be crying all the time. Yo, we had no food in the house. I was just miserable because I was never the type of girl to not have nothing. I would always have my little pretty things, perfume, my hair. I could do my hair, I could get my nails done. And here I was living with the guy I love, and I can't even put shoes on my feet. So I started to say, you know what, we need to do something. We need something that's going to get us some money. And it wasn't long after that we found out that we were pregnant, and I was like, we're not, because we've had an abortion before, and I said, you know what, we're not gonna do that again. We're not going to do that, you know, like I'm seriously not gonna do that. And we both decided that, hey, we're gonna have this baby, and I'm so happy that we did. Isn't she amazing? I just love my puppy so much. I love you, puppy. Love you. I love you. Love you, Jenny. Yeah, so with that said, I started to scour the internet for ways to make money. So I found this pyramid scheme. It turned out to be a scam. We lost $50, so it was okay. It was just disastrous, okay? After that, no. I just said, you know what? I started to look into YouTube, and I started to dive into the Bible a lot, because I was like, yo, I started to wonder what happened to us when we die. I started to really worry about that. I was like, I remember after San, it really happened after San, because I was reading the Bible before and trying to be a good person, a better person, but it didn't hit me about my eternity until I had my daughter, and when she was only probably like 1 month old, I remember looking into those big eyes. Her eyes were so beautiful. Her eyes were so deep. And I remember the Lord dealing with me about my abortion when I was looking into her eyes. And I was like, Lord, I'm sorry. I apologized to him profusely that day, because I saw her beauty. I saw her. And I think that, I mean, I love my son, and I love my son, but I don't think that I was mature enough to have him when I did, because the experience that I had with her, I didn't have it with him. And I'm so mad at myself, because I was so young and just so all over the place in my head and in my body, my spirit, my soul. I didn't have the time to connect with my son like that. Don't get me wrong, my son and I are dope together. We love each other. I love him. But she made me grow up. I didn't grow up after I had him. I was still a kid, you know? And he made me grow up. When that happened, I just was like, you know what? I need to find out what happens to us when we die. And if this person is real, if God is real, I need to find out if he was real. That was the whole thing. And he needed to talk to me. Like, he needed to come here and tell me what was going on. Like, why am I here? What's the meaning of life? I just was having all these questions. And I'll never forget, one day I was watching a bunch of Jesus testimonies, and all these people were talking about how they had experienced him. Some people said he came into their room. Some people said that he heard them. And I was like, why can't this happen to me? Like, I said that, you know. I said, Lord, I want one of these experiences, and I'll tell people about you. I said, I'll tell people. I will tell them. I just want to know that this is all real. And that's where the story becomes really, really thick. All these things start to happen to me. I would read the word, and then the book would like come alive to me. I would tell Jeffrey what was happening, and he'd be like, okay, cool. He wasn't getting it, because I would just like dive into the Bible for days, not bathing, not brushing my teeth, not eating. I would just be glued to the Bible every day. Now, I felt so bad I didn't feel bad for him at the time, because I wasn't even focusing on him. I was just in the word, you know. And now looking back, I can say, boy, how did it feel for him to watch his girlfriend, somebody who he appreciates, he knows is really smart, deteriorate before him. Like, I went from a nice healthy 130 to I don't even know how skinny I was. He told me the other day that I looked like how Bella looked in Twilight. And that's not cool, okay? I didn't even see it. I wasn't looking in a mirror. I was just not bathing, not changing my clothes. I was stinky in the house. In the Bible all the time, reading it because it came alive to me. He would speak to me through it, and every day would be a day where I just want to hear him again. I just want to hear him tell me something again. And it led me to the point where he and I was having an argument, and all our arguments would stem from the fact that I was not taking care of the house anymore. I was just not paying attention to anything anymore. And I remember one night he was going in on me, and I knew that what I was experiencing was real, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I left the house, ran onto the roof, bawling, and I cried out to the Lord, and I said, Lord, please send me a sign that you're in my life. Like, I need something. I just cried out. And that's why he always gives me the verse, I cried unto God with my voice, and he gave ear unto me. And he always gives me that verse too, because it's true. Like, I shouted at the Lord. I said, Lord, where are you? Where are you? Please come to me. And he did. You see, but the Lord likes to do things on his own time. That's why I found out about him. Because you see, when he actually does what he's supposed to do for you, or what he's promised, it makes it that much sweeter. It makes it that much more satisfying. Because he's just amazing, and he likes to get the praise. He likes to get you on your knees saying, thank you. Thank you, Lord. He loves that. He lives for that. That's what gives him his joy. And I had my Jesus dream when I came down off the roof that night. I'm going to link that Jesus dream on the screen here. I had my Jesus dream. And ever since then, he's been dealing with me on his channel on YouTube. I get messages. Sometimes the messages are from me. Sometimes they're not. Apart from that, he'll deal with me on other person's YouTube channels. He just uses vessels. So just like how I'm a vessel and he's using me on my other teaching channel, he uses other people and he just uses them to communicate with me. Because I remember when I was having I said to him, Lord, I need that experience. I said, Lord, I remember vaguely saying, Lord, you know that I'm going to freak the heck out if you just appear in my living room right now. Like, you know I'm going to go bonkers, like butt wild, crazy. I was like, Lord, please don't do that. You know what I can manage. You know what I can take. You know what I can, process. So give me that. I want an experience, though. So please give me that experience. I didn't know that he was going to come and stay. I didn't know he was going to come and never leave. I thought, because those people, they seem like they've had like a one encounter with him and, they became Christians. It was all good. He has arrested me with his love, you guys. He has arrested me with his love, and he's just not letting me go for anything. So ever since then, he's been slowly bringing me around back to the land of the living. Thus the intro music, Back from the Dead, that was on my YouTube, my vlog series trailer, Back from the Dead, because he's been bringing me back to life. So he started me on food again. So I literally lost my appetite. I could go 3 days and not eat. Like, is that normal? Is that normal to you? That's not normal. Okay? I could go solid 3 days not eating. Wasn't drinking water. I don't know how I didn't die. Like, he was the only one that probably was sustaining my body, because that would kill other people. Okay? And right now, he brought me back to eating, and now he has me drinking water every single day. At one point, he had me take well, I did that. I don't know if he wanted me to do that, but I had surrendered over my entire channel, my first channel, over to him. First, I was doing makeup tutorials here, girly stuff, and I surrendered the entire channel to him. I changed my banner. I was a servant of God. I took the monetization of my videos because I thought that's what he wanted at the time, which is what he wanted, yes, but it wasn't supposed to be forever. I'm so happy about that, because I got people to take care of, I want to help people, and this is where it comes down to now. These videos are for my family, and my family doesn't just include her or Jeffrey or my parents it includes everybody. You guys, if you subscribe to my channel, you become an immediate family member. That's how I see it. And I want to use this channel to show the heart of God, which is love, mercy, forgiveness, giving. I want to make a difference in people's lives. I want to reach out to the camera and touch people's lives and change how they think about themselves, because we are royalty. Lots of people don't know that about themselves. We are royal people. We just don't know it. I'm a queen. Hallelujah. I am a queen. You're a queen. You're a king. If you're a man, woman, child, I don't care what you are. You are royalty, because You are co-heirs with Christ. And this channel is just to make sure, it's to share Jesus with everybody, my testimony. And not just that, he constantly walks with me every day. I can't shake him, and I don't want to shake him anymore. I've tried. I've gone through days, Sanaya, where I know this was a blessing, but it just felt like a curse. Like everything was deteriorating. I went from having a job thinking that, oh, you know what, certain things are going to happen. It didn't happen. We went broke. Jeffrey was having a good time at his job, and then the enemy just swooped in and caused a whole lot of problems for him at his job. He had to jump out of there real quick because they were to fire him anyways. And then we went through this dry spell of just not having anything, and I was always complaining. I became so depressed again because everything that I had hoped for, everything that I thought was going to happen, because you know what, I found Jesus. I want this channel to be the place where you can see Jesus at work. What did Jesus do when he was on the earth? He was out, you know, helping people in whatever form that had to take whenever he met them, where he met them. He was never in too much of a hurry to stop and talk with somebody. It was never too much for him to help them with whatever need they came to him with. And that's what I want to do. But I want to do it both in my real life and virtually here on the internet. So the internet has been used by the enemy for a long time, do a lot of harm. And I'm going to have the Lord use my body to do some good of what time we have left here, because he is coming. But before he does, I want him to come and find me working.